Hello, this is Chiron Intuition, and I'm here to do a reading for the collective. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it does, take what goes, and please leave what does not. We have the Chariot. Let me get something here with the Chariot. We have the Six of Cups energy. It's like someone's traveling to either the past or something that you did in the past or something that's familiar to you. That's where a person is going. Someone is going to a place to reconnect to something that is familiar to them. And I feel like other people could be against this, but they're still going. They're still going to go connect to the past. Like it could even be somebody telling you not to find out about your genealogy or something like that because, maybe there's like a secret they're hiding. You never know, okay? But like, I'm just saying, somebody's reconnecting. Yeah, it is something hidden. Look how the moon just came out like that. I cannot believe this. The moon. There's things that need to be revealed. Like someone could be about to talk to someone from the past, or like it could be something about passed on loved ones or ancestors. You're about to get some answers that's going to connect a lot of things for you in your life. That's what I see. That's what I see. And this is information. We have the Knight of Sword energy, and we have the Four of Swords energy here. Wow. Okay, so it feels like it's going to bring peace because things are going to make sense. There's going to be certain things that make sense. Okay? Like things that if you had not known this information, they wouldn't make sense. But you're going to find out some things that make perfect sense. You're going to connect the dots with that. And you're being guided to do this. You're being guided and led. Okay? And it could be against what others feel you should do. We have the Nine of Cups, but it's going to bring you satisfaction. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring that connection, that love. It's a piece of you. You have to understand that it's a piece of you. And, we come back here and we collect pieces of ourselves to reintegrate those pieces. Like, and it really looks like somebody's on that search. We have the Magician here. These are resources. These are resources that you're meant to use on your journey. We come back here to get those pieces back. We just get those pieces back. Whether they're material things that, because the material things just represent things. The material things is just a material, but they represent something more spiritual, something deeper, something bigger. And that's what I think is going on here. I think someone is on, because a lot of water here. Chariot is Cancer. Six of Cups is water. The moon is water. Nine of Cups is water. The Magician is the only one that's like, well, it's all elements actually, but I'm just saying. All of this is water. It's about reconnecting here. It's about reconnecting. What is this energy here with this? You're getting these pieces of yourself because these pieces are very important. We have the Knight of Sword actually coming out. What is this energy here? Is something maybe you're going to learn or someone you're going to speak to? Wow, we have the Nine of Swords energy. Let me get one more. There could be fear surrounding this. And then we got the Six of Wands energy here. I don't know, maybe it's somebody that doesn't want to tell you something, but it's going to help you so much. It's going to make so much sense. Oh my God, that is so crazy. And we have the Knight of Cups. Once again, Cups. And the Ace of Wands. It's going to make you move differently. You're going to stand differently. You're going to move forward in your life differently. With it, like, you're going to be awakened. Okay? You're going to be awakened because these are pieces of yourself. That's why people should not neglect those pieces of yourself. Let's say they are trying to come into your life, things that your energy is attracted to, but let's say your family says no, or society says no. Fuck that. I'm so serious. You can't think about that. You're on your own journey. You did not come here to follow nobody and what they do. You came here to figure out who you are here. Okay? And it's longer than a lifelong journey. It's longer than life. It's longer than this. Okay? But it is a journey. And you got to reconnect. You got to reconnect the dots to find who you are. And there are so many walls and barriers that this world has put up so that you cannot find yourself and who you are and those pieces of yourself. Okay? So you got to say fuck all that. You really do. If you're truly on a spiritual journey, you have to say fuck all that. I didn't say go hurt nobody or go do nothing crazy or lose your damn mind. But you got to forget all of the shit that they said that you can't do and you can't be and you can't explore and you can't learn and you can't look into and you can't this and you can't fucking that. Fuck all of that. You have to. You have to go where your heart is taking you. You have to. It's something here. You're really about to find this shit out. Hold on. Let me get my little button up here. I forgot it wasn't up here. Hold on. Where?
Chiron Intuition.
What's this energy here with this? But you're going to be okay. You're going to survive. You're going to come out a lot stronger. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There's something here you're meant to have also. It is of material. It is a seed. It's something here from God. Something that's meant for you. Maybe it was something that was passed down. I don't know. But it's definitely a blessing here. We have the Ace of Swords energy here. I cannot believe this. What kind of information is this? This is like, this does feel like some genes. It feels like genealogy. It really does, because it's dealing with earth and air. The earth is like the body, right? Like, it's dealing with something that is connected here on earth. And it's going to be understood because that's the Ace of Swords. It's something here. It's a seed that's going to be planted. You're going to be told this. You're going to understand this. It's going to, you know, it's going to, how can I say, stabilize itself, this information. Because what if you're told something that completely throws you off? Like, maybe you thought you was one thing and then you get some type of thing and that should say you something else. Okay? And you be like, damn, it's something here. You got to reconnect. You got to reconnect the dots. There's so many resources. We have the World card. Okay? Y'all know the World card is about closing cycles. It's about paying your dues. Okay? It's about everything coming full circle. It's also Saturn return for someone. Or for some people. What is this energy here? Yeah, somebody paid their debts here. So they deserve to know. They deserve to know what justice. Okay? Justice is here. They deserve to know the truth. They deserve to know what has been hidden from them. They deserve to know perhaps even what has been taken from them. I feel like it's a lot of things that are going to be found out here. Because it's just, I feel like maybe even somebody has nightmares or some shit. And maybe they want to find some shit out. You know how them scary movies go where it's like the dead person is trying to get people to find their dead body or some shit? It's giving that kind of energy too. Maybe you're going to solve your own shit. Maybe you're going to do some shit like that. Maybe it's deep like that. But you got to know. You got to connect those dots. Because if you don't connect those dots, then you're going to be lost in the sauce. Because we ain't just here by accident. This shit didn't happen here by accident. I really need everybody in the world to understand that. We are not here by accident. Okay? This shit is not just something that just happened. Okay? So if we here, then there's other things too. What is this energy here? They just don't want you to know that shit. They don't want you to know that shit because that would be a scary fucking thing to know how powerful y'all are and what y'all can actually do. They don't want y'all to know. But okay. We have the Knight of Wands energy here. What is this energy here with this? Shit, we keep this shit going. We have the 9 of Pentacles energy. Let me get one more here. Let me get one more. What is this energy here? Yeah, you about to get all your resources. Yeah, the strength. You about to get all your resources. You about to get every motherfucking piece. Okay? You about to get every piece. The fruits of your labor. You're about to get every fucking piece. You're going to see it too. It's going to be something that you can see from the front to the back. You're going to be able to see the whole thing, because we got the Ace of Pentacles here. We got this 9 of Pentacles. It's something personal to you. This is what's yours. You're getting what's yours. And then the next step is the 10 of Pentacles. That's when you can share. But first you got to get what's yours. First you got to get what's yours. First you got to be complete. Okay? And then you can do whatever you got to do. But first you got to get you together. Okay? Yeah, we got the 7 of Wands and we got the Fool card. Yeah, you're going to have to push people out the fucking way so that you can get to that door. That's what it say. We got the 7 of Wands and the Fool. That's exactly what it says to me. The 7 of Wands and the Fool card. 7 of Wands is about standing up for yourself. The Fool card is about new beginnings. So it looks like you're going to have to push some people out the way so you can get to that door. Okay? That's what it looked like. Because it's very important to reconnect. People don't like to give, how can I say? They don't like to see how important the water element is. Okay? Water element is just as important as every other element. People like to give power to the, the air element. They like to say, science and facts and knowledge. And it's all good. I love it. That's true. But it's also true that you need to reconnect your soul. You need to be honest about your soul and who you are and what you are. You have to pursue and let your soul guide you in this life. Let your heart guide you. Some people are like, I don't know what that is. Well, clearly it did what it had to do. You don't have to know what it's doing, actually. The soul does what it needs to do. But there are some times occasionally where the only reason you're not doing something is because somebody told you not to. And you need to be careful with that. Make sure it's you that does not want to do it. Make sure it's not somebody that told you not to do it because of their own fears and shit. Make sure it's actually you. Okay? Just make sure. That's all I'm saying. Because there are things that you're meant to reconnect to. And a lot of times, things can be implanted in your mind that tell you to run from those things that you're supposed to reconnect to. They tell you to run from it. They tell you to, oh, this is bad. And they put all that trauma and shit in your head before you even know that that's part of you. So make sure that it's not something that you've been told. Make sure it's not something that has been passed down, some fucking passed down trauma, some generational trauma and shit. Make sure it's not that before you simply say, okay, that's not me. Okay, especially if your heart and your soul is guided towards that and it's pulled towards that. You got to be real with yourself. They don't want you to be real. They really don't want to give credit to the water. They don't want to give credit to the soul. They don't want to give credit to the expression. They're going to have to one day. They're going to have to one day. Even intuition, that's part of the water. They're going to have to one day. But they can keep playing like we don't have souls and we just walking around here as flesh. They can keep playing. They can keep playing like this ain't no magical ass place. They can keep playing. What is this energy? Let me get something here with this. Because you got to reconnect. That's what this whole thing is about. You got to reconnect. You got to get the pieces of you so that you can be strong, so that you can be aligned. They don't want you to be aligned. They want you to be fragmented. I'm telling you. They do not. I don't give a fuck what you see on TV. They want you to be. There are energies that don't want you to be fragmented. There are plenty of energies that want you to be whole and they want you to be yourself. But you got to listen for that. Okay, confirmation. You got to listen for that. But there are plenty of energies that do not want you to be who you are. They don't want you to have control over yourself, autonomy. They don't want you to be free. You also got to look at that. So this is part of that. If you are scared to connect back to something that is you, then I guess what they tried to do worked. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. You got to connect back. You have to. Oh, look, headache is coming out. Let me get something with headache. That's funny. Even the moon, the 9 of Swords came right underneath the moon. So I know it's a lot. But once again, right after that 9 of Swords, it was the 6 of Wands, right? Look at this, the Knight. It's like it's something that you are meant to have. It says gavel here. It's like court ordered. Spiritual court, everything court. You're meant to have this. You're meant to be this. You're meant to gain this. You're meant to understand this. You're meant to be close to this. It's something here you're meant to connect to, or someone you're meant to connect to. And it's going to expose so much mystery to you about yourself. About yourself. That's what we come here to. We see our reflection of ourself. You got to know when it's you and when it's not you. That's why you got to know yourself first. Okay? You got to know yourself. I know we go through experiences and sometimes we make mistakes, but that's also so that we can get to know ourself. That's really what it's about. And then you can give. But you have to know yourself first. Love yourself first. Connect to yourself first. Connect to the things that bring you joy, or the things that you are attracted to, like let's say spiritually, or things like people don't even know why they do what they do. They don't know why they even travel and they go places that they're just attracted to, or they listen to a type of music that they're just attracted to. It has nothing to do with their culture, has nothing to do with anything, but they're just attracted to it. They don't know why. That's the water. That's the water. That's your soul. That's to let you know you probably was in that culture. You probably have a connection to those things, if that's your interest. Okay? I know it sounds crazy and shit, but it's true. There are some people, I can't even say certain things. There are some people that have, we always retain things from our past life. But man, it just comes out differently in the next life. It just comes out differently. Like there are people that may have been in the military, but now, they do street justice and shit. Okay? I'm just saying. It just looked a little different. Okay? What is this energy here? But it's something here you got to learn about yourself. You got to learn this about yourself. You got to remember. You have to remember. Because it's you. It's part of you. Wow. It says open dishonor, public ridicule. It's like somebody does not want you to connect back, like they feel embarrassed of something. Why are they fucking embarrassed? What happened? This is so crazy. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. It's something here like you're going to find out some deep shit. Not only are you going to connect back, you're going to find out what was like truly hidden from you and who was hiding it. Because it's really something they're embarrassed about. I don't understand what it could be, but it could be anything. Because people are embarrassed about different things. It says constellation. It says network, support, associates. It's like who you may be connected to, who you may be related to. I don't know. This shit is crazy. It's a little bit crazy. It's something here. You're going to find out who you're connected to or what you're connected to. You're going to find out the connections here. It says constellations here. What is this energy? And then it says emotional force. It says opening up, wisdom, honesty, intuition, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, diving deep, layers, developing character. Why are they embarrassed? I don't know who's embarrassed. I feel like it's somebody that's embarrassed of who they really are. They're embarrassed of who they really are, and there's such a big network of something. Like there's a big network of people. There's a world that you're part of or something. Like you can't be embarrassed of who you are. It's deep like that. Like I don't know. You may be meeting people that bring you closer into where you're supposed to be or who you're supposed to be. This is something else, y'all. This is something else. Let me get one of these cards here. Let me get something. I don't know who this is that didn't want you to know something about yourself, but there was some type of strategy here. There was some type of strategy at play as to why they didn't tell you or why they didn't share something with you, or I don't know why they did that. Why were they embarrassed of something? And you're going to find out anyway. It says memories of love, 6 of Cups energy here. It's like it's something from the past. They don't want you to know. Look, I told you, shadow, that's the moon energy. We done spoke of the moon 3 times in this reading. They don't want you to know the other side of something. There's another side to something that you're meant to know, you're meant to see, and you're going to see. This is the 8 of Wands energy, or is this the 8 of Pentacles? It says positive movement forward. I think it's the 8 of Pentacles. Something here is going to be like perfected. Something here is going to be made whole. And you're going to be able to move forward. It says listen deeply. Look at this shit. It says ask and receive. If you want to know, you about to find out. Okay, well, I'm going to leave this one right here.
Chiron Intuition.
If you liked what did I read, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it because it is how we get the messages out in order to elevate the collective. I love you guys, and I'll be back with another reading later. Bye.